We need Solarix power now. Hello and welcome to a SmurP video, and today we are looking at Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 36 Beyond the Grid by Margaret Bennett. So this is a very nice cover of the Solarix Ranger Morphin. It's pretty cool. I like that. I like the fact that it looks like there's space and stuff going on in there. The Morphin looks really cool. And here is the variant version, which is the Magna Defender. So I'm grabbing these because, I don't know, it looks really cool. And I'm looking forward to getting them all together and having the Solarix Ranger in the middle and them all looking at it or whatever. So very, very cool. And as always, the Solar Ranger is kind of in a different angle. So they're all looking from different angles, I guess, in a circle or something. But very nice detail, very cool. And there's all the writers there, letterers, drawers, etc., etc. Covers, variant artists, etc., etc. All good stuff. So what seems to be happening in this issue, a majority of the time, it's all about the people and their relationships. So the Rangers, after their little victory, I guess you would call it, they're trying to rise up the worlds around them, that you can stand up to the prelator. And you don't have to be alone. So the Rangers are helping everybody build defenses, etc. and start to stand up for themselves, even though the universe is dying anyway. Meanwhile, on the the space station Promethea, the other Rangers that are depowered that have been helping, are kind of feeling a bit out of sorts. So it kind of focused on what they've all been doing. So we all know that some of the Rangers kept their powers, and we've kind of focused on them up until now. But now we're seeing how the other Rangers are feeling. Tirona he gets a little screen time in this, but I would have liked a bit more focus on him in this series. Once again, and Grace as well. They've kind of brought them in as they're like, I don't know, Zordon and Alpha in this kind of story, but they're not really doing as much as I would have liked. So it's a little bit buggy, etc. Meanwhile, the Solarix Morpher is glitching, and it apparently seems to be leaking. So even though they thought that her joining with the other Rangers' powers would kind of make it stronger, it's still leaking and searching. So there we have it. And they're all talking, etc., about themselves. So it's very, very character driven, this issue. Very character driven. And Remy, who's been like Ilarin's kind of psychic girlfriend, companion, is telling how she kind of felt out of sorts after they met the Rangers, because technically the Rangers is where the Solar Ranger actually belongs. And Crone says, well, me and Andros, where I'm from, I'm a different person to where he's seeing me I'm this bad guy, etc. So it's quite interesting stuff. I love this bit. About time we finally see Mike and Tanya have a little smooch. But there seems to be bad dreams ahead. So Mike is dreaming that Leo's trying to talk to him and he's in trouble. I put it down to the Creator digging into their minds and, trying to open up some of their greatest fears. And we soon find out that Corundum's 5, one of the planets that they were trying to save, it's gone, basically. This is some beautiful artwork. Being an artist drawing this sort of stuff, they're in a whole different universe. The possibilities are endless as an artist. It's literally like free reign. And Simone's artwork is absolutely beautiful. and complements what Margaret's trying to write. One thing I would say, people complain about artwork in reviews. You know, we say when we don't like art, but every artist has their own way of doing things, and it's their way. We don't want everybody to be the same. We want to see different things. I want to see different things, even if it feels like that doesn't look like Tanya whatsoever. But you know, it's kind of cool. I think we should appreciate everybody's artist. Clearly, whoever is the artist has got something going on. Okay, so the power of the Slarix has diminished. It's gone. So they're kind of talking about it. She's thinking that they can jumpstart the Slarix if she gets the right energies from the Morphin energies. And Torona says, you know, I've kind of traced it back to where we believe its origin is. So off they kind of go. And the place kind of seems very familiar, especially to Ilarion. I'm just saying whatever comes into my mind now. I don't even know if that's her real name. I'm probably pronouncing it completely wrong. And Tanya, and there's a reason why it's feels familiar, because the whole planet is made up of zero crystals, which is huge. You know, we knew the zero crystal was this ultimate, this really powerful crystal that gave the Power Rangers, but a whole planet based on it. You can only see that this is going to end up in a disaster. That, you know, it's like in Beast Wars, the energon is raw back then, and when it blows. So you can imagine the Zeo crystal. I get a sense of something like that. If it blows, it's going to do some real damage, like rip a hole in the universe and, I don't know, help them back or something crazy like that, you know. We've also just got the news that at Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 40, it's going back to the original Power Rangers, and they were in the time where I guess it's Tommy, so we're going to have Lord Zed in the mix. So, and it's a whole new kind of event arc, and that kind of bugs me a bit, because I'm really actually enjoying this whole series. That I hope it doesn't end when we get to issue 39. I hope it's just it doesn't end, and that when Mighty Morphin Power Rangers does a stint, they can return back to that and visit that, because that opens up so many possibilities. Or even a spin-off series at this point, I would thoroughly be up for that. At the end of the issue, you get the usual Blue Centurion and Ninja story, which I never read. Do you know, when I read these when I get the big deluxe edition books. That's when I usually read this. So at the moment I'm on year number 2, and I am literally just about to read the little Squad and Bamboo adventure, so I'm quite excited for that. Never read them before, but you know, it's just fun. It's like the Bulk and Skull ones before that. It's fun. And if you're a fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Boom Studios are now doing this series. I think was it Dark Horse, or I can't remember who it was before then. But I think they've kind of gone back to basics a little bit with it, rather than it being a continuum afterwards. So I probably would like to check it out, and just, you know, it's coming up to issue 2, so I'm going to grab that at some point. So if you like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, it's pretty cool. So just final thoughts on the issue. It was very character driven. It was, you know, giving us an overview of what's happened to all the background characters. Not in such a big deal that it took over the story. And then it had the main point. So it's clearly leading into the final endgame. What, we've got 37, 38, 39. We got 3 more issues off these guys. So I don't know whether we'll get these guys back later in the year, but I hope we do, and I hope it doesn't end. But it's moving towards that finale. So I hope it doesn't leave us on such a cliffhanger that we have to wait 6-7 months before cliffhanger. Although that would be very, very cool, because then we know we're going to get something more. So thank you for watching. Like my Facebook page, SmurredP. Like, comment, subscribe. Embrace the geekiness. I'm on Twitter. No idea what I'm doing at SmurredP, so tag me and stuff. And take care. Goodbye. Thank you for watching.